Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See?
Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Because it's an awful thing to say, devil woman.
What?
Her nails tap on the steel railing nervously, the sound of cold metal ringing under the wind. You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Your real name isn't Claudia Amandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly, like there's a garrote around her neck.
Tighten it. You've got her.
All out of lies now, huh?
Okay. Yes. It's not my name.
I knew it.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Claudia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where's this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds? We have to check this buoy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past the Bergen sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Alazie.
She smiles. The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so. Finally we meet, Katarzyna Alazie. I'll keep calling you Klaasje. I'll just call you Miss Oranje Disco Dancer or say nothing. I'll say nothing.
I haven't said it aloud in such a long time. That name.
She shakes her head. You're probably not even Miss Oranje Disco Dancer, Miss Oranje 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next. Ready for the damage. She knows you're grilling her.
What if I told you you're under arrest, miss?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted our time in a time-critical investigation.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex?
Sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
The lieutenant narrows his eyes.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you. This is just sensationalism and guesses. I don't know what to make of this. This is just sensationalism and guesses.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You said there was a secret route there, right?
She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop.
She could have come up through there, then taken this shot. Right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when,
The young woman falls silent. Her mouth moves without sound. You're thinking about the peephole, right? The perforation in the pinball workshop wall.
She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
She's forgotten her cigarette in the ashtray.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Okay, that's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case. Step a little bit closer.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the Moralintern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
He looks at your ledger.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised.
Your volition is kind of overcompensating as well.
Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
She falls silent.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the Moralintern.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on the motor tracks. A great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The handcuffs jingle in his hands. What was that feeling?
It's coming.
I also find it hard to believe. I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol, free, independent. Yeah.
The world can change. It's changed before.
Her round, light brown eyes shining with tears.
Her political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
Now, even though I personally don't really like her as a person, I don't think she
She
should
looks
be...
at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted.
I don't think she should be thrown into the Moralintern machinery. But since Tequila is still pissed about her lying...
Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day.
We'll confront the pigs alone, it's fine.
Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Kim arrests her before this drags out any longer.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit. Waiting for your teeth and talons to cut into.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation.
He turns to you.
I can do this on my own. She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs, at the Whirling in Rags. Or outside your shack.
Okay, there's a thought coming up.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
I did the right thing. I know I did.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Finish
Doing the right thing.
Finish the thought. I don't think at this point in time he would miss Classy yet. He's still too mad about it. What can you do? I can analyze that later. I'll go downstairs first. Or should I just analyze it real quick? Guess we'll see. I'll quickly see if the Hardy Boys are still there, but I think they might be gone at this point, because it is getting late and they do disappear at some point in the night. Yes, the Hardy Boys are gone now. So I suppose I'll go along the coastline and grab some of the phasmid traps. The one by the waterlock I've already gotten. So I'm gonna start in the Fisherman Shacks area, and I'm gonna move along from there. Washerwoman is still here. That's fine. I'm gonna read the books tomorrow because I want Kim to be with me when I read them, because I have things to say and Kim has things to react to. That's basically the reason. Where were the traps again? I think one was... like, we've checked one of them, so we could return to this one here. If these guys have already left. Have they left? They have left. Okay. Let's take a look at this trap.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But
Let's reach for the trap.
this trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside. Man, it's lonely doing this alone. The wind seems to howl in a strange manner.
Look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Okay, let's leave. That's one of them done. Okay, where are the other ones? Was there one over here? Down here, I mean? I'm not sure. Oh, there's a package. What's in there? Some money. Not gonna say no to that, of course. There is one. And the last one is at Land's
This
End.
trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologists.
Let's look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Let's reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Okay. I mean, if Kim is around, we just kind of justify why we're doing this. We can be like, I wasn't expecting anything anyways, or I'm sure it's in the next one, and like, I don't think Tequila really cares about the cryptids all that much. So, I'm not really going into that too much here. Ooh, tomorrow we also have to make that phone call. You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Why one of those was smashed. The same address the lead programmer of Fortress Accident was looking for. Yeah, and we evicted her. Real heroes we are. Real heroes. Okay, let's keep going further up here. What's up with this rock? Money. Okay. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. I'm gonna interact with the door when Kim is here. I don't need to do that right now. We're fine without it. There's a crate. Let's take a look at that. A rhetoric t-shirt. Ah, so we did have something to boost rhetoric. Luckily, the skill check succeeded anyways. Okay. Oh, what's that? The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts its long shadow over you. Anything out here on the ice? No, not really. Okay. Let's keep going further up. There's the last trap.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Let's look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Let's reach for the trap now.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Let's look closer.
No locust.
Oh.
No phasmid either. But still.
It's empty.
Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Let's look closer still.
Nothing. No traces of the locust or the Insulindian phasmid. What happened? The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. The reeds continue to hiss around you as you put the empty trap back on the ground. Time to consult the professionals, Morel and Lena.
Will do. Okay, let's quickly continue our route up here. What do we have on this rock? Cigarette butts cleaned away under the rock. Brand Tiomutiri. You take a mental note. Tiomutiri seems important somehow. Someone made a campfire here a long time ago. What else do we have up here? What's this? A rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. And there's a crate. I assume like maybe some medicine? No. Oh, it's a tie. It's a scented scarf. Plus shivers minus physical instrument. Physical instrument would be very unhappy if I wore that. I mean, I love shivers. It's probably my favorite stat in the game. But I could not take off this necktie. It would never forgive me. And physical instrument would not look kindly upon me either. Let's take a look at the white polo shirt. +1 rhetoric. What's polo anyway? -1 empathy. No, really, what the hell is polo anyway? This shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder, who would leave it stuffed in a tear container? What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. Yeah, not a big fan of polo shirts. I don't know. Don't particularly care for them. Scented scarf, +1 shivers, springtime cold, -2 physical instruments, allergies. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Okay. That seems fine. What does this say? Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the posts trail toward. Okay. I guess with that we're gonna end the day and start day number 5, which, all things considered, might be the last day of the game. Though that doesn't mean that the series here is ending pretty soon, because there is... I'm gonna keep it vague for the people that don't really know much about this game yet, though I don't know how many people that don't know much about this game would be watching, but there will be a point where the path splits quite drastically, and I will save beforehand and I will go down both paths. So it might take a bit longer than one would expect from this point forward. So yeah, let's go back into our house.
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
Let's enter the shack. Okay. Do I have anything to say about my face right now?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is, without the expression. It's just hairy.
Let the mirror be for now. You know what, I would be interested in that, but if I don't like the result, I might just reset it, because it's just...
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the
The
right
water
hole?
reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Ah, of course, physical instrument would be against it. I do still want to know what it looks like, so I'm gonna try it and then reset it.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Feel your clean-shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Oof, we look miserable though. Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression.
You know what, but physical instrument didn't like it, so I'm going to load the game at this quick save and undo the shaving. I just wanted to know what it looks like, and we look miserable, which, I mean, we look miserable the way we are right now anyways, but I prefer this portrait, so I guess it's time to go to bed for the next night.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Night 5, go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
You have no idea how often this phrase, this helped anyone lately, saved anyone lately, murdered anyone lately, and exactly this voice is just bouncing around my head. Like if a song is stuck in your head, but in this case it's just this sentence, the way the ancient reptilian brain says it. This just keeps popping up in my head from time to time, just like again and again at the most random places. It's weird, but like this sentence always comes back to me somehow.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
I don't care, that doesn't scare me.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no, I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it will be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Maybe, but we'll see. Let's open our eyes. And there we are, back to full health and morale, and ready for day number 5. We have to use the telephone today. We should look at the door at Land's End. We should explore the... Oh, I just realized I forgot. Oh my god, I'm smart. I forgot about the pigs. I forgot about the pigs. Okay. I might reload next time and do the pigs and then do everything else the way I did it here. And then meet you again here. Because that's very smart. I just forgot about the pigs, and of course I'm gonna show you what happens with the pigs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reload next time to where we meet the pigs. That was smart of me. Just immediately forgot about that confrontation. Yeah, but that will happen next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.